I saw a tweet and I didn't like what I was seeing, man.
So, unless you have been living underneath a rock, you all know about the Nick Merks situation, but if you are not up to date, let's get into it. So, Nick Merks replied on this tweet from Puckett. Puckett was talking about anti-LGBT and pro-LGBT protesters getting physical outside a Glendale, California school board meeting. And Puckett said, "This has happened 4 blocks away from my Overwatch League apartment. Americans are in a sad place right now. Let people love who they love and live your own life." For all intents and purposes, I actually do agree with what he's saying. Let people live life how they want to live it, but at the same time, don't force your lifestyle upon other people. And what Faze Nick Merks, in response to that tweet, said they should leave little children alone. That's the real issue. And this became a firestorm. Call of Duty would end up taking Nick Merks' skin off the store because they wanted to support their LGBT plus community, and they made it into a dog whistle that Nick Merks hates the LGBT plus community. I have to note, it is concerning when you just say the statement, and I'm gonna say it again because it really isn't that big of a deal. They should leave little children alone. That's the real issue, and people are making a massive deal about this statement. And he actually even elaborates in a later live stream about the full context of what he's saying. So I'll let him speak for himself.
I'll say this. I saw a tweet and I didn't like what I was seeing, man. Okay, I saw parents brawling in front of a fucking school with kids. I just didn't fucking like it. My wife and I just had a baby. Brand new father. Her and I agree that we want to be the ones to talk to our kid about things like that. To keep it really simple, just so we don't have to get too crazy about it, because there's nothing to get crazy about. It's just it really is that simple. I think I just have a bigger perspective on this now, being a parent, than I did maybe 2 months ago.
So you heard what he said. Has no hate in his heart for anybody. He doesn't wish ill upon anyone, but he believes he should be the person that teaches his children about this subject matter. He is the parent. He is the one that is raising this child with his wife. He believes that conversation should be with him, not with some random teacher that he does not know. Is that the hill you want to die on, alphabet community? I truly don't get why you view this as such an insulting thing. The man is raising a child. He is the father. He can raise his kid how he wants to raise his kid. He wasn't inciting any violence. He wasn't trying to say anything derogatory. He's merely stating, which a lot of people have problem with, having these pride events in schools and teaching their very young children about this subject matter, he is not okay with. That should be a discussion that he has with his kids, whether it be now or later on in life. I'm just going to say it very clearly in a way that Nick Merks can't even say it, because I just don't care. When I look at LGBT plus community wanting to speak to kids, have drag show in front of kids, get these weird sexual stuff in front of children, I look at them as absolute weirdos. They just want to brainwash these children so they live the lifestyle that they live. I have a huge problem with exposing young children to this type of content. The over-sexualization of that community, and just the over-sexualization is media overall, and having that exposed to children is just absolutely disgusting. Let children be children. Let them play kickball. Let them play soccer. Let them play t-ball. Let them enjoy childhood. Stop trying to brainwash them with this garbage. Because I would have to argue, the same people that want this pride events and these drag shows inside school settings, they would be vehemently against a pastor coming speaking to children about the Bible and the Word of God. They would be outraged. Let parents raise kids how they want to be raised from either side of the aisle. Now, as an individual parent, you want to take your kid to a drag show outside of school grounds, that is up to you. Fundamentally, I do not agree with you, but that is your decision as a parent. I don't think that is healthy for a young mind, but whatever. I could understand somewhat trying to introduce your kids to different people in different walks of life, but that is your decision as the parent, not the school systems. And to demonize Nick Merks and make him like some bigot is insane to me.
Oh, Nick, so I just in front of your kid? Nah, man, that's pretty fucking weird. Stay over your side and do that shit. I'm gonna raise my kid. Don't bring that weird shit over here.
You mean I can't start? You're a bigot!
Like, that's how crazy that shit sounds to me. You're doing all this hypersexual stuff in front of children? You're a groomer. You want to do some weird stuff in front of kids? Instead of letting kids, learn important subjects like math, English, history, sciences, we're just going to subject them to all this provocative type content because you want them to be allies when they get older. I don't know. It's just very weird to me. I think it's absolute lunacy, if I'm going to be very clear here. If you're targeting children, yeah, your community is predators. That's just how that is. Now, continuing with this story, Tim the Tatman actually asked for his operator to be removed from Call of Duty to stand in solidarity with Nick Merks, and Call of Duty would eventually take his skin off the store, saying that they respect his request and have taken it down. I want to wrap up this commentary saying one thing. Live life how you want to live it. You want to wear a dress, you want to have same-sex relations, that's cool, that's all well and good. Stop targeting children with this over-sexualization stuff. It's very weird, and you come off as a if you're trying to justify having kids at drag shows, because drag shows in nature are very sexual. And let's just say the quiet part out loud. Children do not need to be exposed to this part of society yet in life. Allow them to live life, go on a bike ride, play in the yard, play kickball, do whatever they do as children. Stop pushing weird agendas on kids and let parents raise their children. Stop allowing the government to have influence in your life. Again, I'll state, if the government issued that Bible study had to happen in public schools, you would be freaking out just the same. So stop being a fucking hypocrite. I'd be interested to know your thoughts down below. What did you think of this situation? Just, the subject matter altogether. I'm Captain Paul, and I'll see you in the next one.
I just don't think it's any place for a teacher or a school. I don't think it's the place to speak about things like that. And it's not that I think that it shouldn't be spoken about. If that's what you got from that tweet, then you're just wrong. You're just wrong.